Our channel Reddit Stories welcomes you all. Here is my relationship story. I'm a 28-year-old man and my wife Mia is 32 years old female. I met her while attending seminars in Los Angeles. Throughout my time at university, I had numerous brief relationships with other girls, but they never lasted. However, this time around, because Mia was more responsible and mature than other women I knew, I felt she was unique. Just to give you some context about my family, my dad John is a well-known surgeon in the US. Despite being 52 years old, he appears much younger. He is well-liked and charismatic. People frequently make fun of the fact that I don't look like my dad's son when I go out with him because of my appearance and shy personality. I've always been a quiet person. So one of the things that made me attracted to Mia more than other women was the way she seemed to be the lightning in the room when I first saw her. She was a very confident lady who was hosting the conference. I fell in love with her the instant I saw her. I met her 1.5 years ago and proposed to her 3 months after our first meeting, when we met with my family after that. Everyone was pleased because she was quickly blending into the family, so we began preparing for our engagement party. Mia and my dad appeared to function together effectively during the preparation of our engagement since they frequently went shopping together. Since I am a shy introvert person who doesn't enjoy shopping, this made me feel more comfortable because I didn't have to participate in crazy shopping sessions with Mia, and even when it came to shopping, my father had a tendency to dictate what I should buy because he didn't appreciate my sense of style. I didn't mind Mia and my dad going out for the many engagement-related tasks because it meant I wouldn't have to hear my father criticize my shopping choices. One day my mother, father, and Mia went shopping, and when they returned, my mother was quite furious, telling me that Mia misbehaved with her in front of shopkeepers throughout the entire shopping trip. And my dad John stood up for Mia, which infuriated my mother even more, and she declared that from that point forward, she would never longer go with Mia or assist her in any way. Keep in mind that I asked my mom to assist Mia since she was new to the area, so I decided to talk to Mia about my mom. When I confronted Mia, she yelled at me and called me a rude, crazy, and insecure person, and she said, "I need your mother to apologize to me since she is envious of me. Otherwise, I'm breaking off our engagement." This surprised me because I'd never seen this side of Mia before. I had no idea what to do or how to deal with Mia, so I called my mom and requested her to apologize to Mia despite the fact I felt so bad for my mom that day, but still I convinced my mother to. Apologies to Mia. My mother came to our house and apologized to Mia in an effort to preserve my relationship with Mia, as she didn't want to ruin my relationship, but soon after, my mother began to distance herself from Mia, while my father, John, and Mia got along wonderfully well. This made me very happy, because at least one of my parents approved of my fiancée, Mia. Mia's engagement dress was a choice made by my father, being a workaholic and introverted person. It was a comfort for me that at least my father was assisting my fiancée in shopping, and my mother had firmly pressured me to go on these shopping trips. My mother gave me the order to purchase Mia an engagement ring from our family's jewelry store. When I entered the store, I discovered that my father and Laura had booked a ring the previous week, which surprised me because engagement ring is something special, and if they had purchased it, they should have told me about it at least, but I ignored it so that no chaos would be caused before our engagement. On the day of our engagement, Mia explicitly requested that my father pick her up from the makeup studio. I'm an old-fashioned guy, and in our family,
it is customary for the groom to be the first to see the bride once she has finished getting ready. To every man in our family, it is regarded as a very special moment. I informed Mia and my father that I should pick her up, as that will technically be a first-look ceremony. Mia protested with me that she preferred to be picked up by my father and did not want me to do so. My father claimed that I was creating problems out of thin air. My father knew how important that particular occasion was to me, therefore I was really disappointed in him that day. My mother supported me, but my father and Mia were insistent about their points of view. once more ignoring the situation, I eventually accepted my father John could go pick her up, prior to our engagement event. Mia had some new friends in New York. I had never met any of them, but she began going out every day to her new friends' places from early morning till late at night. Mia went with my dad every day to her friend's place since Mia was on a career break and she hadn't found any job in New York yet. And she herself wasn't applying to many jobs due of our engagement planning, in LA. Mia was the youngest CMO and worked as a CMO in a marketing agency, but in New York she had no job yet and I was working from home. And I wanted her to spend time with me or my mother at home, however she always refused and said you guys are incredibly personality-less and dull people, and how much she only likes my dad's personality in this house and how she wishes I had a personality like my father, which made me very upset. One morning my father John was meant to drop Mia off at her friend's house. Because he and Mia were in a rush in the morning, my father left his phone at home. I called my father's office to inform his secretary about his phone. And she informed me that my father had not visited the clinic in the previous 20 days. I was stunned and told my mother about it. She was very concerned about it. I attempted to unlock my father's phone, and after numerous tries with various password patterns, I was able to successfully unlock it, in the gallery of my father's phone. I discovered images of my father and Mia together, as well as pictures of Mia and my father in the hotel rooms. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, my father with my fiancée. I wanted to confront him and punch him in the face, but my mother stopped me instead. My mother and I planned on taking revenge on my father and Mia. I copied all of the photos from my father's phone to mine. I didn't say anything in the evening when Mia and my dad both returned home. They came together and created an excuse about Mia missing an Uber, so she contacted my father, who picked her up. Their explanations were always inaccurate. But we never suspected because no one expected their fiancé to have an affair with their own father. My mother and I had discovered everything, but we didn't say anything. We ate dinner as usual and went to sleep. The engagement ceremony had to take place 3 days later. I called all of Mia's company's peers and industry buddies, as well as my father's old friend and Mia's old acquaintance. At the last minute I invited everyone to the engagement party, telling everyone that it would be a surprise for them. So keep it a secret. As planned, my father went to pick up Mia from the makeup studio. When they returned, my father and Mia were astonished to see many of their old acquaintances whom they had not invited because of the limited number of guest list. I even paid for some of Mia's friends' tickets because everything was so last minute and I wanted everyone to be there. Prior to the ring exchange ceremony, on a large LCD screen, music were played. After a little while, the songs switched to images of Mia and I. Everyone was delighted, fascinated, and began cheering after seeing pictures of me and Mia, but after 3 or 4 photographs of us, Mia and my dad's pictures, romantic pictures, started appearing on the screen, one after the other. When my father and Mia saw this, they were surprised and ashamed. And everyone there began shouting about their affair and began criticizing my father and Mia. Update: my father's job and repute in his industry suffered, and my mother abandoned him. He had been dismissed from his hospital as the CEO and management of that hospital were present at the engagement ceremony, and they were shocked to see my father's pictures with his son's fiancée. He won't be able to find work in Los Angeles because references are so important in the corporate sector. She's not even being considered for junior roles because her coworkers had witnessed her defamation. Mia has been contacting me and leaving voicemails to apologize. She has made it seem like my dad, John, manipulated her. I am aware that my father always treated me unfairly. He had a tendency to criticize me for everything, so it might be true that he used Mia to hurt me. I'm not sure what to do with this. Should I forgive her since she was right that it was my insecurity that pushed her to act in this way? She was also new to the city, and perhaps my dad really tricked her with his personality. my mother told me that although my father had previously cheated on her numerous times, this time he had gone too far by having an affair with his son's girlfriend. That's why she was not able to forgive him and filed for divorce. My mother says it is entirely up to me and that she will support me if I want to forgive Mia. However, she advises me to move on and find another girl. I no longer see my father, despite the fact that he sobbed in front of me since he has lost both his son and wife. So could you kindly tell me if she deserves a second chance? As Mia claims that my father fooled her, I am so used to my father making decisions for my life, so now that he isn't here, it's difficult for me to make a decision about Mia. I appreciate you watching my video. Please give this story a like and share your feedback.